Welcome. Thank you, everybody. Get everybody in here. Make your comments. Say hello. Come on in, because we're going to get started. We're going to talk a little bit about the energies today. We're going to talk about what's going on this week with some of the energies. So I'm going to go into sort of a general recap of everything and bring in my notes of what's going on. So come on in. Welcome, everybody. And for those who are just joining me for the first time or watching the replay, my name is Mary June Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and astrologer. Bring you weekly the intuitive astrology for your sun, moon, and rising sign. And I pull it all out of this little box on who goes first, who goes second, who goes whatever it is, right? So sending you loads of love. So, Candace. So, soaking the sunshine up. Have to go and take a shower. You can go take a shower. Soaking up that sunshine. It is beautiful out today. And so just saying, okay. So I'll answer her afterwards. Sending you out so much love and sending the world out so much love, and how it's amazing how the world's coming together in many different ways. And I just have to say, hashtag Black Lives Matter. And that is a huge, huge piece of, you can see how as above, so below. As above. So this Aquarius energy that's coming in, we got a moon in Aquarius today. We have a sun in Gemini. That's my second sun. That is my second sun. He is a sun, Gemini, moon, Aquarius. That is an energy of, they're going to say what they're going to say. Sometimes you're not going to like what they say. It is that air energy that comes in. It is an energy that, sometimes it doesn't make sense what they say, but they're just going to say it. And this is really bringing in where people are saying things. This energy is coming in and saying that no matter where you are, we're going to come together because we believe, we know that things have to change. Now, in this, and this is where there's a lot of hard aspects that come in with this too. So there's some crazy energies that come in with this, of course. And part of those crazy energies are about us taking an inward look on your own values, on what matters to you. What feels right to you? And I posted yesterday because after the last week's fireworks and eruptive passion brought on by Sagittarius full moon, this week the energy slows down and creates a sensitivity within. It allows us to really take this time to really look in to say, hey, what matters to you? I'm trying to get my glasses so they're not with the reflective here. And creates this sensitivity. So there's regrets, disappointment, redemption, paranoia are possible with these energies that are in the sky, and it's generating. A lot of people are getting paranoid. A lot of people may be getting scared, because of belief systems that they have. They're like, oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God, people are protesting. And maybe at first, maybe there are some people that are looting and things like that, but there is counteracting how many people that are coming out in peacefulness. We're entering another week of highly psychic energy. So pay attention to your dreams and intuition towards the middle to the end of the week. Motivation to complete tasks or participate in day-to-day activities can be low, and the possibility of brain fog is high. So plan your schedule accordingly, because you might be feeling a little bit off. There might be too much coming in. So you really have to honor yourself with this. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Doing some really breath work, taking a moment, putting your hands on your heart, centering, grounding is very important. The gift is this energy is that we have less investment in producing and staying busy, while our intention is working to help us connect and to integrate the feelings and information that came up last week. By the weekend, we will have a better sense of what makes us feel more in tune and alignment with our highest and best self. So pay attention to your fears and anxiety. You might be picking up a lot that's happening on the outside world. How is that reflecting you in your inside world? So this is like a lurking in our own subconscious, but we got to let yourself be fully known and fully felt this week. It's important for you to be able to really allow, because there's a lot of air and there's a lot of air energy coming in. And with that air energy, and there's a lot of heart, with the moon squaring Uranus is saying, well, that's a hard aspect. It's saying, because Uranus is in Taurus. What do you want? What do you want to do? What does that look like? And you don't want to do what you don't want to do, and you don't want to do do-overs. And with Venus retrograde, it is that energy that's saying, I'm not going to do what I don't want to do. I'm going to do what I need to do. I know what I need to do for me, for my energies, for my family, for those around me, my community. I know what I need to do. And that you're going to be feeling that. The intensity is going to be starting to come in. And with that, you're going to find that tomorrow, it's going to get a little bit weirder. And with that Neptune energy, and as Mars is moving closer to Neptune, that is going to cause some big uproars that are going to be starting to come in even more, because it's going to bring in some, energies of let's get going. Mars isn't very happy in Pisces, but it's going to start really bringing up, because we're heading towards a storm. We're heading towards the storm. We're heading towards something that is deeper than what we anticipated, not only in the consciousness, but within our own internal self. So many of you have been doing your practice. Many of you have been working on yourself. Many of you have been doing that releasement. Many of you have been actually consistently really, being conscious of your own self, being able to bring in your subconscious and saying, this doesn't work, and bring it into your awareness. And this is going to help you to say, yes, 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 I know what I'm doing. I know what is right for me. And there is this healing that's coming in from Chiron. So we're having this energy all coming in at us that is really going in. And from Wednesday night to Friday, it's just going to get a little crazier, right? And this is where it all starts to happen. So if people are wondering what I'm doing, I'm talking about the energies this week. I haven't gotten into any signs, okay? And it's okay for us to reconnect differently. If we need to reconnect within our own selves, with how we are feeling, with what's going on, if we need to reconnect in some way that might seem odd to other people, then that's what we need to do. And it's so important. It's so important. You feel super lippy today. Well, that's that air. That's Gemini and Aquarius. They're lippy. They're not going to. They're going to say what they need to say. And sometimes it might seem offensive, and sometimes it might feel too much for people. But this is really pushing the masses. And many people, and maybe I might going to be losing a lot of clients with all of this, but it's time to stand up. It's time to stand up for others. It's time to stand up for, and how you approach the world around you. That means calling out a person. And that's this Aquarius Gemini energy, calling out somebody who's being a dickhead. Calling out somebody who says something maybe derogatory or racist, because that's a reflection on your values if you let it go. This is opening us up and saying, wow, I've been guilty of that. Well, I'm not going to do it anymore. It is not for you to hold the guilt. It is not for you to hold the shame. It is about you to stand up to say, you know what, I don't think that's right. And if you noticed, people are pulling down statues around the world. Statues around the world that have to do with slavery, that have to do with with anything to do with slavery, with anything to do with what happened with Confederation in the United States. Those statues are being pulled down all around the world. Where they said they could not do anything, they are getting on Zoom and they're doing huge protests in solidarity. So this is where this energy is coming in. And this is where when Saturn got to that 1 degree in Aquarius, said, okay, I'm going to just take you this far. Just think of it. I'm only taking you this far into the change and transformation. I haven't taken you all the way yet. I haven't taken you where you need to, where we need to go yet. I've only taken you for a little bit. And just for you to work on this, just for you to start to work on this. That's all Saturn did. He just took you for a little bit. And now he's coming back into Capricorn. And he's saying, okay, now we got to bring it into a structure. Because soon, when I go forward and back into Capricorn, we haven't seen anything yet, baby. We have not seen anything yet. And this storm is about us to make adjustments and for us to do the reconnection. And that's where these planetary alignments are all coming in and showing us all the different reconnections that are happening up there and showing us how we need to bring in that connection and how we need to do. It's an air and change in the environment. It is a connection. And with this Taurus, Aquarius, the Taurus and Aquarius energy, there's separatism that comes in with that. Separatism. That means if you remember, if you've been following me for a long, like I've been seeing a lot of people watching online and seeing the things that they've been putting up on their Facebook, on Instagram. And I'm just like, fuck, you guys follow me? You haven't been listening? Like, what the fuck? Just like, whoosh. And you thought that maybe I was joking about all this Aquarius and all this energy that's coming in with Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter and about things that are going to be starting to change and that this is going to bypass. I'm sorry, the planets are still going to do what the planets are going to do. They're still going to cause those vibrations. And a lot of people don't want to see it. They'd rather go back into their little fucking hole and stay there. But I'm sorry. Your hole's going to be dug up. And it's wants, needs, values. And where the issue has been lost of the identity and the fact within inside your own self. And that's where this energy is coming in. It is fucking intense, baby. And we are just at the beginning of it. As I said, we haven't really gone through that doorway yet. It's coming. And this summer solstice, in a couple weeks, around the 20th, 21st, it's also Father's Day that weekend, it's bringing in some real radical energy for us. And it's going to bring in some craziness of us, of coming out, of illusionment, of coming out. And it's like, wow, we're waking up to a whole new world. And the pandemic is still going on. So I know a lot of people are saying, oh, fuck the coronavirus. Well, I'm sorry, people are still dying from it. I was talking to a friend recently down in the South, and they're doing death counts from it. And it's still rising. But they just, some of it, they're not keeping up. Plus, you got to also understand, with the riots and everything, how many police or how many reporters are actually being tear gassed and not able to report things getting shut down. So freedom of press. This is crazy. Crazy energies, people. So I'm just going to tell my son I'm busy. There we go. And we're going to get into the signs. So what do the signs have? What is going on for you, and what you need to start looking at for your own self? And what's that like? Here we go. Whew. I'm on a roll today. So first one up. It's Aquarius. It's Aquarius. Extra glowy today. Oh, thank you. I called someone out 2 days ago. I had enough. You have to. You have to call people out. You have to say to people, and it's where you have to even, why are you saying that? And the thing is that, before I get into my lovely Aquariuses, because Aquariuses love to have, it's like they want community. They love to have variety. They want to have that variety. They want to have that connection. The other part of Aquarius is that, and I keep on seeing, it's like somebody who works in a factory and it's all high tech. Everybody wears the same thing. Everybody does the same, comes in, lines up, does the same thing, face recognition and all of that. That's very Aquarius too, in the energies. And not wanting to disrupt the status quo. But there's something about, with the Aquarius energy too, is that once they start finding their uniqueness, that Aquarius sort of starts to trigger things in them. It's amazing how things sort of sprout from them. And now we have where this is for the last time before Saturn leaves Aquarius and the moon returns and moves into alignment. Saturn won't leave until next month out of Aquarius. So we still have them still in Aquarius till next month. So Aquarians, you still have them still there. But the moon alignment with Saturn today is the last Aquarius until he returns with Jupiter just before Christmas. So this energy that's coming in might be making you feel a little bit uneasy, might be making you feel a little bit jittery with doing things. But you got to just go in to know that how fabulous, this is great for Aquarius, how fabulous you are. It's time for you to really look into how you're feeling, what you attract into your life. What do you want to bring into your life? And what does that mean? And here comes Aries. So in comes this fire. And sometimes with Aries and Aquariuses, there can be a clash, because here comes this fire, here comes this energy that says, this is the way you need to do it. And it's spontaneous and we're going to do it. But Aquariuses are like, okay, that's nice. But they have a little bit of OCD sometimes. They got a lot of anxiety that's going on. But this is looking up to invest in the upgrade that showcases you. And even though that's the spark and you're seeing that, you're just like, okay, that's great. But what about over here? Let's look at some other alternatives. And that's really where I feel a lot of your energy is coming in, is looking at alternatives, looking at other ways. And this is where a fresh sense of self-worth is coming in for Aquarius. And this is bringing in where you need to start looking at your true self, looking at the true self and bringing in that love, bringing in that energy. And, this could be that bad news is that this makes it a bad time to begin. If you're looking at love, anybody who's looking at new love right now, I'm sorry, Venus is in retrograde for every sign. It is not a good time to start a love affair or a connection. Not when she's in hell being beaten by her sister. Not a good time. She doesn't, she's kind of pissy. So, so this is about reviving, for Aquarius, this is about reviving your flow. This is good news. This is really good news, because this is about you looking at your own self, what you enjoy, what brings in that vibration and that uniqueness of you. And here I got my new cards today. I got them in. I got the Black Moon astrology cards. They are so cool. I love them. And you get Saturn. You get your ruler. So this is like Saturn. This is a Saturn return. Saturn return is this energy that is allowing for you to really take your uniqueness to a new height, taking your energy to a new height in order for you to be that shininess, that allowing you to becoming that, being productive and bringing and allowing for whatever income, uniqueness, money. If you want to look at anything to do with money, you also have to look at, I just feel like it's almost where I feel like I just want to put a bunch of glitter on the Aquariuses, and they say, here I am, this is what I'm doing, I'm starting to bring this in. And it is a time to give. This is when you're doing this is allowing for you to shine. And when you shine, you are giving back, right? You are giving to others. It's not that you're taking, you are looking at it, you are updating. And this is where you need to look into that uniqueness and fabulousness of you. Because, of course, your lovely little man, Uranus, he's over there in Taurus. And as I said, you're going to do what you're going to do. Don't do what other people tell you what to do, because it's not going to fit right. It's like trying to I got a woman trying on nylons in my head. So it's trying to go on, and you know that if anybody bought nylons and they say you go by weight or whatever, and sometimes you go by the weight and it still doesn't fit you, and you're jumping into your nylons and you're trying to get into your nylons and you're trying to pull them up, and it's still, or that you know that when you buy this one size, it's just, or you go by height, it's just like now you got nylons that are going up all the way over your boobs. It's like a full body suit. This is going to know what you need to do. Go by, some people might say, no, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to wear, or whatever. This is where you come in and you say, no, I'm going to take my spark, my spontaneity, bring in my love to be able to give back to who I need to give back to, and allowing myself to glow, and in doing so, I bring in that connection. I bring in a connection that allows me to be more of a uniqueness, more of the priorities of what I need to do for my family and for those around me and what's important. So Aquarius, this is a big week, but it's a real big week of stepping into your power. And sometimes what you say, Aquarius, it's not going to be what everybody wants to hear. They're not going to like everything that you want to do or what you want to hear. But this is allowing for you to just be that crazy, because you're kind of like, you're the ruler of astrology. Your sign is that ruler of astrology. You have, Uranus there. He wants to bring in that, and plus of media. So bringing in that media, bringing in that information, but bringing it into that uniqueness that you want to bring into and how you want to see it. So there you go. Now, if anybody wants to book a reading, definitely it is pick a price on my readings. So if you want to pick a price for your readings, whether it's $50, you could do $50, you could do $90, or you could do $160. And that includes if you need a natal chart right now. So if people are wanting to get a natal chart, this is a great time to get your natal chart done and to get an idea of what, this is funny. It's not doing this. Hey, hold on. I want this to go up. Hold on, hide. What's going on? Show. There we go. Technical difficulties. So this is really, if you want to book a reading, definitely get a reading in. Tauruses, there's a lot of heaviness coming into Tauruses, and like a heaviness to make changes and to really start to do the changes that they need to do. Tauruses, this is really about you looking into things that why, because Uranus is there, Uranus is getting you to look at things differently. It's squaring off over to Saturn. So it's really like, and Saturn's in Aquarius, and that's, where Uranus is one of the co-rulers of Aquarius. So it's bringing in this energy, and the moon's there, starting off this week. So it's really bringing in some energy of like, let's get this going. Let's get this transformation happening. And it's a radical shift. There's a radical shift both on your, bringing in that adventurous side and your career side. But if you're all one-sided, if you're just all one-sided now, Taurus, that leaves a very unhappy balance, because we do have, with, things to do and looking at your financial sector. Yes, financially and professionally, there's a motivation. Yeah, here I am. But I feel like there's something more that you got to start doing, and you got to start looking at. And the income's the 8th house. Transformation area of life, intenseness, shared resources, but it's intense emotion. 8th house is Scorpio. It's opposite you. So here it is, Scorpio's looking at you and saying, hey man, what the fuck you doing? Why are you letting everybody in? Let's close. You're wanting a house party, and now you invited the whole city or the whole town or your whole community, and everybody's in there, and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you're just like, that's not what I want. But I don't want to let anybody, I don't want to disappoint anybody. I just got like the Taurus. So, and Venus is like backwards right now. So this is all intent on showing you which people you can rely on. That's what Venus is trying to show you. Showing you what they can rely on. Showing you this is time to sort out true friends from fake friends. This is boundaries. Annoying. Hey, what you desire is there. What you desire, what you want is there, but it's all getting mucked up with everything else that's in the way and getting so crazy with what's in the way. Grand Cross, ow! The energies of a Grand Cross coming around you, that's like, the provoker, that's saying, look at what's going on. Let's get things moving here, baby. That means that somebody's putting things in your shopping cart that you don't want. And saying, you got to buy this, you got to do this, you got to put this way. And you're just like, and you're still going around saying, okay, but it's like, no, that's not what I want. I don't want all this shit. I don't eat this shit. But you're being fed this shit. So this is where you have to start looking at it. This is what you need to start looking at. What is your priority? Start to reevaluating your friendships. With your cash may feature as well as looking at those connections of what's coming in when it has to do with your money, your finances. Because are you shoveling out money out the door that shouldn't be shoveled out the door? Whoa, that's unusual for Taurus. But then you're very soft-hearted, you're very loving, and you really want to give people the benefit of the doubt. So when you start, because there's powerful changes that are coming your way, powerful changes. New moon in eclipse, that's June 20th, 21st, on the summer solstice. That means you got, it's like almost where I got with this grand trine and energy coming in and boundaries putting up. It's saying you got to do this now. If you don't, it's like here for many, this is, I'm just going to do an analogy. Everybody has intuition. Your intuition tells you what to do. Your intuition says, hey, guess what? You got to wake up. Hey, you got to do this. You got to do that, but you don't listen. And you have a choice on either you say, fuck it, I'll just go with the flow and I'll let spirit. Letting spirit do things can be a little bit different and a little bit crazy and wacky than if you decide to take the control and work along with spirit instead of handing over the keys to somebody who hasn't, to somebody else and saying, hey, you drive, I don't care where we go, and that could get you on a detour on a totally different direction. And you're like, but I just want to get to the South City. I just want to get to the South End. It's like, here I'm in Calgary. So I just want to get to Deer Run. So just take Deerfoot. Let's just go down Deerfoot. And someone takes you all the way around onto a ring road, all the places and all these different stops. That's what spirit will do. Until you say, okay, no, give me the keys. I'm driving. This is my road. This is my card. This is what I need to do for me. If you don't, here we come, the Nine of Swords. Doubt, fear, overthinking. Oh my God, life, everybody's going to come at me. Nobody's going to love me anymore. I think they're going to love you more because they respect you now because you're doing what it is that you need to do. You're coming into your own self. You're coming in to that energy of saying, yes, I respect myself. I respect what I need to do. And when you do that, this is where it's like, revealing. There's so much energy that comes in. This is where you start to do new business and getting about, makes new deals. This is about you looking at your true colors. This is about looking true and fake friends. And these are all going to be coming exposed for you. This is like opening up and you're starting to say, wow. It's like the sorting hat in Hogwarts. It's shifting all the social contracts. Put the hat on. Ooh, not going over there, Slytherin. The people who are true to their words and who you can rely on, they're going to be revealed. You already know who they are. You just have to trust yourself. Be aware. This is about you being aware. And this is about you being genuine because you are genuinely kind and loving. And you really want to give everybody so much love because you are the sign that says, hey, what about your mundane world? Let's make it beautiful. Let's make it happen. But if you got somebody tromping through your house with muddy boots and you just put down a brand new flooring, does that person have respect for you? Probably not. So this is where you got to start looking at what is your priority, right? What is it that you need to start looking at for you? And when you do that, you're going to find that things are going to be so fantastic, honestly, because now you are listening to you. You're not listening to someone else. And this is where this energy starts coming in and this vibration starts coming forth. And you start allowing yourself to be the bull and not put up with any bullshit. There you go. Who's next on the roster? Who's coming in? We have lovely little Leo. And the thing is that we do have some fire happening, but we don't have a lot of fire in the air right now. It's a lot of air and there's a lot of water. So we've got this air and water that's coming in. So, trying to get ignite. So it's valuable chances to check in and focus on your relationships. Today is more about a wider picture and alignment with Saturn and getting your alignment with Saturn here. That may, more specifically about your relationships and bringing that in. So here we go, Leo. This is about looking at alignments, right? This is about looking at what it is. This is a power. I mean, this is it's like almost where it's kind of nice when nothing's in your sign right now, even though that you got all of this and energies are coming in, right? So you got the energies that are coming in and things happening. And as it just blurped out on me. Hang on here. Come on. Oh. Look at Leo. Everything just blurped out on me. It's like, come on. Had the chart up. Chart went it down. So when I look, I mean, right now, it has to do with your identity and looking at your identity. Looking at what's going on. Cusp Leo as a Virgo. Depending, Dana, when people are a cusp, there's 0 degrees. That's a cusp. So depending on where your sun is. So I know when people tell me they're a cusp and I pull up their chart, a cusp is 0 degrees. That's the cusp. If you're 29 degrees or 1 degree, you're in that sign. So it's good to know you're close to it, but you still haven't given up that energy. So it'd be interesting to pull up your full chart to see exactly where your sun is. So there is that 1 degree, or that one degree. There is that 1, which is your house, your first house. So we're looking at the fullness of who you are and identifying how that identifies with what it is that you are, bringing in. What are you bringing in as a substance? And that's what's really coming in. And opposite you is there's this energy of the Aquarius coming in, right? Because Saturn is opposite you. Saturn right now, Aquarius is opposite you. So there is that energy of uniqueness. But it's kind of like, I feel like for you this week, it's like, I can sort of breathe because I don't have anybody. I can sort of sit back and be the observer. Be the observer. Allowing yourself to be the observer of things. And this is where dare to make radical choices, because you can be do what it is that you want to do. So you can start looking at things in a new and unique way. And this is allowing for you to explore your power of choice. So it's bringing in some real power for you. And Mercury's coming in. And even though Mercury's in Cancer, but this is still coming in to saying yes to something that is new, saying yes to what you know, because you're able to be of discernment with this. So this is an invitation that is extended to you this week to initiate some changes that you want to make, because they're going to be on your terms. They're going to be the way that you want them. So this is weighing it out. And even though we got the lovely little devil card coming in, it's also saying take care. Avoid being, taken off track. Avoid being taken off in a different direction than what you want to do. This is about looking at the impact and the impact on what this is going to have for you in your future. So doing this for yourself right now is really going to help you to initiate what it is and the changes you like to see in your life and how you like to see them. And often the biggest changes result from us by taking a stand. Taking a stand in something. Taking a stand or deciding that something that was once good enough is no longer. And once you start doing this, Jupiter returns. Your Jupiter returns. So looking at the benefits of this expansion, looking at the goodness that all of this is going to bring you as you go further down the line. So don't be afraid to just to do just that. If you require it, just do what it is that you certainly need to do. It is important for you to do that. It is important for you to look at that, because this is going to amplify across the board for you. So this energy is coming in and it is going to amplify for you. And you are going to be able to look at the bigger picture, because the full moon comes in Sagittarius. We just had that full moon. It was eclipsed. But this is letting you know through that and through some of that energy, look, you got to look at the bigger picture. And that includes the power to say no if you need to. This is also alternately, yes, if you're truly believe a new and better deal is on the table, then you're going to take it. You're going to take it and you're going to do it, because it is going to bring in some celebration. It's going to bring in some happiness. There's some really good passion that's coming in there, some fire that's coming in there for you. And I think, you know, do you want something different and exciting, or are you signing on for more of the same? This is what you got to look in. What is it? What are the choices you want to make? What is the information that you are receiving for your own self to make those changes? Because you got to take care, because you can't just, if it's not exciting, if it's not what you want, you know, this is an idea this week is to step boldly forward and leave sometimes comfortable choices and instead take the chance, as opposed to opting for the usual ones. You know, the Venus and Chiron, the rulers of the outrageous and the outrageous fortune, they're making angles together right now in your 9th house. So this is about making those choices for yourself, allowing you to make those choices and do those radical changes. Because when you do the radical changes and you do the radicalness, you're going to find that you're able to, I feel like, fly. You're able to excel in what it is that you want. But this is like looking at future plans and where it's going to take you for the future and how that's going to have you feel. There you go, Leo. It's a nice week for you guys. I mean, there's a lot of crazy and erratic energy that's happening out there, but it just feels like you're able to take the time to look at it in a little bit more of an objective way. So that's a good thing. Here we come. And it's Aries. Whoo, Aries. So the moon's aligning with your Jupiter and Pluto for the first time since they have been both being in retrograde motion. So this makes it important to even more be aware and pay attention to things and really get connected to what you need to connect. The time when the doors are open to the past and a second chance to untap anything that you need to start tapping to. This is professional potential. So there's a lot of potential here for you to really get moving and reaching for like radical differences and solutions and daring to suggest something you would have shied away for. So this is, I mean, this energy is like, you'll never know unless you ask. You have to get out there. You have to you have to get your voice heard. You can't just be the bypasser and sit there and just allow things just to happen. This is flashes of insight, information coming into you. And here comes the Pisces. So being compassionate and forgiving of yourself. So if is there any confusion that's in your life, or if there's anything that you're afraid to do it for some reason, know that there's energy coming in with compassion and light and allowing you to make those changes. Stepping up, maybe there's something there at work that you want to make changes of, or maybe you need to ask for a raise, right? Don't be afraid to suggest or try something different or even daring. So this is really about renegotiating. If there's something that you need to renegotiating, if there's something about self or something happening in around your world, talk about it, ask it, reach out. Don't just sit idly by. This isn't a week to sit idly by. This is about bringing in positive energy because it surrounds you. So there's love and joy and good fortune around you. But it's like you can watch that beautiful float go by, or you can jump on the float and say, hey, I want to be a part of this. This looks like fun. This is what I want to start doing. That's your choice. But I feel like it's like, well, I'm in my lawn chair. It feels comfortable here. Got my beer, got my water. You know, I'll just sit here for a while. Meanwhile, everything is bypassing you. Meanwhile, everything is going by you and you're getting frustrated. You're like, oh, but I don't know what I should do. Get on the float. Jump on the float. It's a win-win scenario. There's a lot of compassion. There's a lot of energy that's going to come with you. And it's your mind. Here comes Mercury. Mercury is in, as I said, he's in Cancer. And so, it's like, okay, should I do this? Should I not do this? What am I going to do? So your mind, you get overactive and you're just over questioning things. And I think to give a little to get more, you got to take that step. You got to ask, you got to go forward. And in asking and going forward, this is actually going to give you an energy and momentum. This is going to get you to say, I'm opening up. I'm starting to really look at what it is that I'm going to want to do. This is about looking at home and long-term security. This is about looking at, don't be afraid to make an offer or negotiate anything. If there's a price that you're going out to buy a new washer and dryer, and you look at the price and you're like, hey man, isn't there a better deal than you can do this? Or is there something better? Never know. You don't know till you ask. You don't know, right? So this is like, you may not have been able to see this up until now. So a lot of things are going to be revealing for you. That's going to bring in some changes on your home front. You got to start being aware of them. And this is where it's like, don't be afraid to put it on, to put it out there. Don't be afraid. And as you do that, it's slow and steady. Here comes the Knight of Pentacles. He rides the big steed. He knows he has wisdom there. He understands, he's grounded, he's going forward. So there's a forward motion there with him. But the thing is that you gotta take that energy, you gotta go with it, and you gotta trust it. Otherwise, it's just gonna pass you by. I just get you sitting on the side of a parade and watching all this beautiful activities going past you. And I got people on people asking you, come on, join us. And you're like, no, I don't know. I'm just comfortable in my chair. And it's like, come on. And it's like, all right. And then you can get on there and then you can negotiate. And you can talk to people and say, hey, what can I drive or can I play? I got steel drums. Can I play the steel drums? Sure. Come on, buddy. Let's try and start something new. Let's go for it. But you gotta get out there. You gotta ask. You gotta make those what it is that you need to make. You can't just sit there and be a bypasser anymore. This is your life. If you're a bypasser, then that's comes out to be your issue. You want, it's like, when people ask me and they say, oh, but I want to start dating. Well, what are you doing to start dating? I know there's a pandemic on. I know but there's also ways of getting out there and meeting with people. There's very unique ways that we can start to get out there and start connecting with people. So if you want, you can use the excuses. That's up to you. Or you can get out there and ask and say, hey, I wouldn't mind. I mean, here right now where I am, there are restaurants that are open that you can go out to. Even if they're in your area, if there is no restaurants or if there is nothing there that's open for you at this time, maybe you can go for a walk. Maybe you can, if you both have dogs, go to the dog park, or there are things that you can do. There's always ways of working around. Okay? And that's what you need to start looking at. Cancer. Coming into your solar year, Cancer. Coming into party time. This is about, the sun's going to return to Cancer, and this won't just open new doors, but it's going to blow the doors right off the fucking hinges, baby. Here it comes. But you don't know till you try. And talk to your physiotherapist, Andrea. Talk to your chiropractor. Get a hold of them. Reach out. Ask. Do little things. Find out if you can do restorative yoga. Okay? Other things. What is it that I can do to start stretching, moving? Anything like that. Don't know till you ask and try. Mercury's return could be an advantage for you. He's already slowing down and he's going to be going retrograde there. So, but it's still time still. I mean, he's bringing in, shaking things up, and he's going to bring things forward for you. This is really where, looking at your financial sector, looking at things to go on with your money. This is fueling. This is bringing in some information. Mercury's there. He's not exactly happy there, but I feel like he's giving some insight. There's some deepness that's going in there for you to start looking into. And of course, Neptune comes in. And Neptune, with his wateriness, he's about yearning. This is about this yearningness. This is about looking at things. And I got like, yeah, this is really where I want to go. This is what I want to start going into. This is really where I'm going to be opening up to. And you're coming into some real powerful, powerful energies here, Cancers. And the powerful energy is about looking into and daring. Time to be daring. Time to dare to stand out. This is where it's like those who succeed aren't afraid to blaze their own trail. This is about you getting out there, being all of that. Ditch the critics, because the thing is with you, Cancer, you're a leader, but you can get hung up on everybody else's bullshit and wanting everybody else's approval, and you want to feel everything because you're the motherly sign. You're ruled by the moon. You want to be the mother. You want to be that. But this is about getting your fire going, baby. Let things go. Bring this energy up. Let it explode out there. This is about the outer ones and the above all, the voice telling you that you can't. There's a voice that's saying you can't, you can't, you can't. But this is about you looking at and saying, yeah, I can. I'm not going to sit idly by anymore. I need to start doing things. That means that, even if you're in a relationship and you got your significant other, whoever it is, saying to you, well, you're not doing fuck all. What are you doing that? It's like, no, fuck off. I'm doing a lot. I'm getting myself together. I'm doing what I need to do for me. So yes, you can dare to be different, dare to stand up and be that uniqueness. This is like, part of fortune comes in. That's increase. That's increase. That's positivity coming in for you. Stepping free of one's past, stepping free of what has held you, what has oppressed you, saying, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to stand up. So don't let the past hold you back. Bringing in the changes. You got to allow for those changes to come in. You got to allow for that brightness to come in, because it is over, baby. Look at this. It's over. The sun is rising. Shit is happening. Nothing more is going to happen. This is time for you to reframe your history, not to repeat it. And if someone from it returns now, what you need to do is explore whether things have truly changed. Don't give them the benefit of the doubt. This is about seeing, have you changed? Are you doing what it is that you need to do? Because I'm going to upheaval. This is like letting go of any emotional upheaval. This is about embracing renewal. This is about bringing in, this is what I need to bring in. What are your dreams? Neptune's asking you, what are your dreams? What do you want to dream? What do you want to bring in? What have you been yearning for? What have you been longing for? And it's coming in. It's saying, yeah, because you're starting to feel all of that. And you are going to have, sometimes you're going to have to compromise, because in some way to have it or bring it about. So there's things, it's like, yeah, that's what I want. So if I want that, I got to let go of this over here, because this is what's holding me back. And that could be a person, that could be a place, that could be a thing, that could be, you know what, I need to really relook at my job. I need to look at what's going on there. I need to not to be afraid to ask for things, to simply not to settle anymore, because I want to go out for my passion. I want to go out for what I want to do. And this is about Venus aligning to the out of the box with Chiron. Chiron's in your zone. What do you want? What do you want to do? Let's do it differently. Right? So if there's something there at work that you want to do differently, if you want to add something on, maybe you don't want to work as much. Maybe you need to take some time. But you're afraid. It's like, oh my God, if I do that, I'm not going to have any money, and so I might as well sit here and be miserable. Well, that's just going to make you more miserable, and that's just going to add more shit. So dare to be you. The sun's in your 12th aligns with your ruler of your 12th, Neptune in your ninth. The only person who can hold you back this week is you. That's it. You got to take on things. You got to let it go, because the only thing that can hold you back is you. You. So, my little Cancers, boop, riding right along. Here we go. As I said, if you are wanting to get a reading, you can book in a reading, because it's pick a price, $50, $90, or $160. And I got the divination class. So nobody stepped up for the divination class. So if you are wanting to learn anything about different forms of divination, tarot, oracle cards, bone casting, what do you want to learn about? Or maybe you're not sure and you're just wanting to inquire. So this is a fabulous time to take the class and just sort of, hey, I want to look into things a little bit more and find out what it's all about, and be curious about it. If you've never heard what scrying is, maybe you want to learn about scrying, maybe tea leaf reading, right? And you just want to try it out and say, hey, I want to try that. Ooh, Andrea's going back to physio next for Tuesday. Yes, way to go, Andrea. That is fabulous. I'm glad. Sagittarius. Oh, you guys have caused so much fucking shit lately. What a difference a few days can make in just 2 days. Oh, I got to stretch my back with that one. With the moon leaving. Whew. This is like, wow. And you may be a free spirit, but you need love and the pursuit of its essential ingredients for happiness. So don't be afraid to suggest or try something to get that this week. It is so important. Oh, Mars. Here comes Mars. And you're just like, oh, fuck off, Mars. Like, really? That's what I feel like the Sagittarius are. Sagittarius right now is like, really, guys? And it's like they're getting finally out of bed and they're taking off the the little things that people put on their face, when they want to sleep. And they're taking it off. And it's like, real Mars, what are you doing here? It's like, energy, strive, let's get going. Go. Yeah. And you're just like, oh my God, what do you want to do? So it's like, yeah, let's go try something new. Sagittarius are like, I don't know if I want to try something new, but this is like, yeah, this is revival, bringing in that revival. What kind of love do you want to have? What kind of things? This is it. But once you get up and once you get going, you're just like, holy shit, am I ever glad I got out of bed? I'm so happy I'm getting things done. This is where Venus remains retrograde here. And it's there in the ruling 7th, and it's still meaning new love. There's adventure there. There's things. But you know what I feel like for you, Sagittarius, some of it is like, if you already have somebody who you're with and you're creating a relationship with, perfect. That's awesome. But if you're out there sort of on the prowl, this is like, okay, let me just find out what kind of connections I can make and what it looks like. So this is looking at what kind of alignments that you are. But there's new agreements with money or living arrangements. This is to get ready for your close-up. This is to get ready. And I feel like getting cleaned up. You're, after that moon, you're getting cleaned up. This is getting everything all done, getting anything all clean, and having confidence to do so. So I feel like it's like you're getting up, you're having your shower, you're getting yourself all beautified, and you're just like, yes, I'm getting myself ready. I'm reviving because Neptune's coming in. I'm letting myself shine because I need to let myself shine. And are you afraid to showcase yourself and talents? That's a big one. Because you might get all gussied up and looking great, but are you able to get out that door and show who you are? Show that of who you are and say, here I am. I'm Sag. I'm the party girl or the party boy. Void, of course, comes in of the moon. So you might be missing out on something. There might be something there that you're missing because you're not really paying that good of attention. The truth around what this is, if you are still waiting for insight, it's going to be exposed. It's going to come out. Information is going to come out there for you. But you got to hold your vision. Hold your vision. Hold this of what it is that you want. This is looking into, looking at, can you be, in fact, be too courageous and confident? This is coming out there. I'm just saying these angles, there's no such thing for you now. It's about you getting out there, being daring, being who you are, allowing yourself to shine and being that, and allowing for the rewards to come in. Allow the rewards, allow the praise to come in and saying, hey, you're doing a fabulous job. Man, you look beautiful today. Man, you got your swag going on, baby. Like, allow that energy to come in so that you can feel that confidence. Get the praise. Utilize it and saying, yeah, I got my swag on. I know what I'm doing. I'm getting myself to going. I'm not going to allow myself to go back into no deep hole. I'm walking. I'm getting up there. I'm not holding back. I'm not going to allow myself to hold back. I'm going to get myself to step forward into my passion, into the things that I love, and allow myself to showcase myself and my talents, and get up there and showcase my talents. And it's so important to showcase my talents. Woo! Sorry if I'm freezing. I don't know why I'm freezing, because I'm not freezing on my end. So it might be your internet service or your connection. So that could be it, because that's usually what it is. If it's freezing on your end and nobody else is freezing, then it's usually something on your end. So sorry, Mr. Good _ K cost 34. Bringing you so much love and vibrations there. Woo! Who do we have? We have the deadly sign coming up. Here comes the deadly sign. The deadly, deadly, deadly sign. This is where it's like Mercury's now 11 days into what should be 14 to 19 day. So this is where, which should mean that he will be in your career sector. This is bringing in a lot here. This is about going deeper and fearlessly into the past and bringing up new possibilities for the future. Angels and others may fear to tread. Angels, I should say, not angles. Angels and others may be feared to tread. But if you want a fresh start, you can't be afraid. This is a deadly sign. This is, as I say, it's deadly, 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 deadly for you guys, Scorpio. This is bringing into you treading where no man, no angels will go. It's heading into unknown territory, allowing for you to be open to it. Rising up from the past like a phoenix. This is energy coming in, and the phoenix of reinvention and rebirth. Whew! I can't. And we got the phoenix. Ow! The ability to transform. This is it. This is the week of transformation. Making that steps of where you want to go. Could be financial opportunities, new deals, understanding better between you and someone else. This is about looking at close ventures. This is about looking at what do you love? What do you want to do? Where is that energy coming in for you? And that transformation. This is about opportunity coming in. And this is a time to understand, right? A time to understand, a time to renew. This is about allowing yourself to radiate and allow it to come out and not to be afraid. Be who you are. Be who you are. Allow yourself to be who you are. Woo, a lunar eclipse, that's what it does to you. It changes, and we have another solar eclipse and then another lunar eclipse. So we have 2 lunar eclipses and 4 weeks, and in another, about 4 weeks or so. And it's obvious. This is not to be afraid. just standing up. This is like laser surgery of your heart and soul, bringing that energy in. Boom. And this could hand you some real solutions to something that's been long standing. This is about you standing up for it. This is about you seeing it. This is about you. This is about you are good enough. You are good enough to do what it is that you soul desire. You're good enough. Come on, Scorpio. Bring it on. And you can delve deeply into your heart, into the matters of matters now, and not be distracted by the things you truly don't. This is laser focus in order for you to go onto a new road, go into a new destiny, go onto that road. This is what I need to do. My phoenix is rising. I'm getting up there. I'm going. These eclipses are allowing me to do my transformation and changes, and knowing that I'm good enough in order for me to stand in my self-worth, because I know I am worth the probing of the truth to bring in the changes. Oh, my little Geminis, I'm just pulling them out. That's all I'm doing. I'm not even looking at the box. I'm just going in there and just pulling things out to see. So you guys just hush, Geminis. You know what? You guys better stay here till the end if I do pull your name out first. So yeah. This is all about transformation and change. This is all about bringing in renewal and bringing that renewal in for you, Scorpio. Bringing up my next chart. Oh, gotta save that. So, here we go. Are you guys ready? Okay. Look who's up next. Oh my gosh. Here you guys go, my little whiners. Here you go. Make sure you guys are clear about your details and suggest a few of your own. This is about you getting clear on where you want to go, what your image is, and what it is that you want to do. If you're not clear, if you've been sitting around wishy-washy, it's be business-like. This is about you to state your terms. This is about you going out saying, this is what I want. This is how I want it done. And this is about allowing yourself to stand, which impacts your status, your success, how you are seen. But you need to ensure that you are doing some T&C and not to be afraid to table a few of your own, to table things that need to be tabled. There are bargains to be struck. There's things to be done, but this is busy time for you. You only got a few more weeks before the sun's out of your sign. So it's time to get shit done and utilize this time in order to bring in the transformation that you want. You have also this energy because this is your solar return. What are you doing in order to make changes over your next year? What are the transformations you want to make over for your next year? Have you written them down, or are you sitting around there and just twiddling your thumbs? No, this is for you to delve into the details and get things done, and how you want to get them done differently. Here comes Uranus. Uranus is saying potential, sudden change, enlightenment, awakening, boom, 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 boom. Let's get it done. This is about you to see things. This is about your status, your success, even your public image. How do you want it? What do you want? Because there's others that are around you that aren't being as truthful. That might be leading you down a path and taking you somewhere. So don't assume anything in any kind of business, even personal deals right now. It's all too easy to fall into the not wanting to spoil it, but because of questioning. This is about questioning, getting out there. Venus remains retrograde in your first, angling to Sirius, broker of compassion and deals. If you want to fucking change, then make it. Don't sit there and complain anymore like, I don't like this. I don't like this relationship. Get the fuck out, Geminis. Start making the change. You want the change. You want it. The energy's here for you. This is about, if you don't like it, give your 2 weeks notice. Radical change. Oh my God, I can't do that because I don't know if I'm going to get a job. What else is out there for me? What are the transformation and changes you can start making in your life? It's time to do it. Don't be afraid to suggest alternatives or to put in a few terms and conditions of your own. This is about looking into both the confidence of both your professional and personal things matter now. What is important to you? And this is where Cancer, you got to feel it. Mercury's there, your ruler's in there, your ruler's in Cancer, and they're saying you got to feel it. You got to feel it to believe it. Right? You got to feel it to believe it. If you're not feeling it, it ain't true. You got to know it. So this is about you getting in there. And with Venus retrograde in your first, on the 9th, dares to suggest something new. So something new linked to your future, something is coming in. But you got to be open to it, and you got to be able to get out there. And this is about what you need to release. What is it that you're hanging on to that's not allowing you to be the true, beautiful essence that you are? Right? Bringing in that energy, bringing in that change. You got that moon right now in Aquarius. Let's do it. That's like, get going, guns a-blazing. When he heads into Pisces, that's where the storm's going to start hitting, and you're going to feel that. You're going to feel those depths of those storms. So it's like, I'm taking full control of what it is I need to in my life right now in order for me to take that internal look of what is my truth. What is my truth? Because here comes the Hermit. He says, have you taken an internal look? Do you trust in God? Do you trust your universal God? Your goddess, whoever it is, do you trust? Because he's only going to show you a bit of the light. He's not going to show you the whole thing. That's it. See? Here it is. There you go. Here it is. There you go. So this is bringing in that change. It's potential of sudden enlightenment and awakening. Uranus is coming in, and it's like bing, bang, boom. Just lightning strikes. It's saying you can't sit around anymore. If you've been sitting around saying, oh, I'm not sure what I want to do, maybe it's time to start looking at something. You know, Einstein, I can't remember what sign he was, but anyways, Einstein, when he wanted to make a change, I mean, he just got his muggle job in order to do it. And that muggle job, which was working in a factory, was just it. I'm just here to do the job. Maybe sometimes you have to just have some plain ass job just to figure shit out. And once you have that just plain job, if that's what it is, then I can utilize this job because it's bringing me in an income. I'm able to stay and I'm able to do things, you know, but it's also where it's like, but do I really want to make those changes? Do I want to do those changes? Because you know what it's going to bring in? It's going to bring in a sense of balance. It's giving and receiving. It's allowing for you to give and it's allowing for you to receive. Are you willing to receive help from others? Are you willing to give help to others? Sometimes you're giving maybe too much help to others and you need to receive the help. So Geminis, this is don't ignore the details this week and state your terms. This is about you stating your terms. Write it down. Write it down. See what it's like. Write it down. If there's something there that you don't like, say it. You know, don't hang on to it. So make sure that you honor yourself with this all. And there are going to be things in your life that you're not liking. So this is where it's like, okay, I need to state what it is that I truly want and desire. And when I can state what I truly want and desire, then I can step into my power to make the changes that I do want. But sometimes it's scary to step up to say what you truly want. but you're able to say it in other things for other people or about other stuff. Why not about your own things? So look at your own insecurities that are coming up and why the insecurities are there and how you can transform those securities that you do have within inside yourself and take the micro steps that you need in order to make those changes. It could be, I don't know, it could be going for a walk. It could be changing your diet. It could be you looking at going back to school. It could be that you just need to feng shui your house. It could be that you need to look at yourself more intimately and start loving yourself. Any of that. Libra. Take the time you need. When you are ready, you will know. Well, true, take the time you need, but you know what? The thing is, with that, the time's running out. The time's running out. The time is there now. And that for Geminis, the time is there now. And if you're sitting around twiddling your thumbs, you're just going to get a big kick in the ass from the universe. And they're going to say, what the fuck are you doing? And you're going to find that things are just going to pull from underneath you. And especially when your Mercury goes retrograde. So time to take action and start doing the things that you need to do. Here we come. Here we come. We're coming into Libra. Libras. Yeah, Libra. Love my Libras. Love you all, but, because my baby son is a Libra, Whoo-wee! It's about your routine, your work, your day job. Shit and get off the pot. That is right, Andrea. Shit and get off the pot, baby. Time to show your daily business and some love. But this is about you. Wow, your routine. What is your routine? What are you doing? What are you focusing on? Wow. Venus, big love, freedom, loving. Things may be restricted. This is about, is you're reviving that big goal. What is your big goal? Or something you love to do? Wild hearts run free. And yes, even that wild-hearted past love could feature now. There's something there that's coming in. Reconciliation, reunions, things coming in. We got Venus is going to sextile Chiron. That's bringing in some real deep healing. Some things from the past are coming in, and it's going to be healing, and it's going to come in. And it's almost like it's this regurgitation. Sounds gross, but coming in, and it's like coming like you've been hanging on to it. It's like you keep on pushing something down, and you're pushing something down, but it's like, no, you gotta allow it out. And this is where that's going to bring in some healing for you this week. And all bets are off the table. So get that feel good factor going for yourself, because in order to get that good feel factor, you got to get into what that is going down inside of you. I just did Gemini, Telly 19. I just did Gemini. So if you look at the bottom of the ticket that's going across, it shows you all the signs that I have done. Taurus is coming up for you, Libras. Energy, showing you abundance, showing you what there is there for you, showing that bounty, that beauty, what it is in this earth that you can have, right? So this is recorded, so sweetie, you can watch it later, and then you can fast forward to where it is, right? So that's why you got a little ticker tape thingy down there. You can go, whoop, 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 whoop. You get to Scorpio, like, oh, I know I'm close. Saturn, star. It's not Saturn, the star. So it's hard times are over. So this is, especially when it comes to your well-being and work. Things, about feel-good opportunities. Things are coming in, but you got to allow it, and you got to be open to it. You got to be like, maybe what's, being lacking for you on the love front is loving what you do every day. Engaging in what you do every day. Embracing what you do every day. This is where this Taurus earthy energy is coming in, Libra, bringing you some balance, bringing you in some substance that you need in your life in order for you to embrace your desire. It's the fire element. Bring the fire in. Hey, you can fan the fire. You're the Libra. You can bring in that balance. You can bring in that passion. You can bring in that substance. Yeah, we know Venus is in, she's in, detriment. She's in hell right now. She's going to rise up and she's going to become that morning star. She's going to be your daily guidance in the morning. When you rise, her energy's there glowing down on you in order for you to succeed, embrace. And as you are doing that and as you're stepping in and you rise each day, nothing's set in stone. Nothing's set in stone. And that sometimes bothers you because you're like, this is how it has to be. I need this balance. But this is what the beauty is. And this is how you embrace each day in knowing and accepting as things unveil. Yeah, there's going to be some structure and some things that you have to put together, but there's going to be some beautiful things that are going to unfold for you that's going to allow for you to have great opportunities and allow you to open up to the abundance and open up to and show yourself your daily path, which is within love, and bring in and reveal a lot more of your higher purpose and allowing for that. Because in comes the Queen of Cups. What did I say? You got to feel it. That's what I said to Geminis. But the Queen of Cups, she comes in. She knows. She knows what she wants. She knows what she doesn't want. She goes by what her intuition, she knows her passion. She knows her desires. She knows what feels right and goes by her intuition. This is meaning that you are coming in with a grounding. You're coming in with a substance, and this is saying this is what I need to do, and this is what feels right, and I can't just let things, sit down or sit back anymore. And I'm doing this out of love, and I'm doing this out of passion. I'm doing this because I care about myself and I care about those around me. And when you do that, that brings in the balance, that brings in that beauty of relationship, that brings in that beauty of what is going on in the world around you. But if you continue pushing it down and you're not getting balanced, you're not coming into where you feel the happiness and abundance and looking into your desire, well, then all the shit hits the fan and things get crazy. But you got to accept the changes in the mutability, because that's going to allow for you to be able to go upon your course in a new way and allow yourself to go into that new way. So embrace it this week. It's going to be good. Gonna be good. Yes, it is. I was wondering yesterday, I was feeling a little bit out of sorts by the evening time. And I'm just like, what's going on? What's going on? And I had to sit back. So I sat back, and I have, it's kind of like an ice wine. It's very much like a sherry. And it's a nice sipping wine, right? To sit and just sort of breathe with. And that's what I had last night. I had to sit, and I had a nice little, not a lot, but just, just an ounce or so, and just sat there and sipped it and sort of thought, and why was I so angry, or why was I feeling the way I was feeling? And the moon was going over Pluto and Jupiter and coming up to meet Saturn today. And I thought, oh, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of anger that's coming up. That's a lot of, people feeling exhausted because of the changes that are happening within our patriarchal system, that we are feeling those transformation and changes deeply within inside ourselves, and they can hit. And I sort of had to take that time to really feel it, understand it, and what's going on. And I feel for all of us, as this energy goes on this week, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be starting to feel a lot more of that energy that's coming in. And so you got to honor yourself. So sometimes you might have to go and sit in the backyard and grab a small glass of sherry, if that's your thing, and just allow. And just allow. Don't deny. Allow yourself to feel this, because there's a lot coming in this week. And here we come. Talk about the Capricorn energy. Oh, Capricorn's a lot. We have, there's a lot to do with your life and your well-being, and looking at your life and your well-being. And there's a lot of things that are so easy to overlook right now. But I find that this week reminds you not to take any areas for granted. And in comes your ninth house. So this is about your spirituality, broadening your horizons. This is about your long journey. What is that long journey that you want to take, and what is the differences that you want to make in that long journey, and what have you been taking for granted in your life? And look at the areas that maybe you've been neglecting. And this is about don't take yourself for granted, and show those everyday details, the love that you need. So in order for you to get to the goals, you like the long-term goals. You like to look at the long term and go in the long term. And this is where sometimes with that long term, you get so stuck on this is how I'm doing it. And that's where all of this crazy disruption's coming in, not only on the outside world, but on your inside world, and looking at your routine. So show the everyday routine, especially that body love. Show the routine that you are bringing in the love and the substance you need to do. Venus in your retrograde cycle, she's opposite you right now. I'm not opposite. I mean, Cancer is opposite you. So bringing in that love, bringing in that understanding. We don't have the nodes there anymore. So it's like a little bit more openness in order for you to freely allow yourself to be open and allow yourself for the revolution. What Sorry, I'm just singing because it's Capricorn and the revolution sign just came in for you. And the revolution in the solar eclipse is coming in on this just in a couple of weeks on the summer solstice. And it is bringing in an internal revolution for yourself. What are the changes? What are the values in that of what you want in your life? What does that feel like? What is that you solely desire? Because you and your loved ones are safe, Cancer's coming in and letting you know that. And it is going to be a new moon in Cancer with a solar eclipse. So are they ways you can enhance yours to lessen the mundane aspect and add some sparkle into your life? Add some sparkle. Add this in. You just said revolution. And know that there's opportunities that are coming in. There is a revolution coming in, Tessa. There is. There's a huge revolution that's coming in. And it's starting now. We're starting to see it, but it's only the tip. It's only the tip. We're seeing the tippiness. We're seeing it around the world. People are standing up. There's a revolution happening. And with this and for Capricorn, you may not like the changes. You might not like the opportunities. And you're sitting there pouting. Look at you, just looking at, but look at all the things that it was. And I want it this way. And in comes a little cutesy little angel and says, no, sweetie, we got something better for you. Come on. We're going to give you something better. And it's going to have sparkles in it. And it's going to give you something that's lasting, something more of a work-life balance. This is like, does that need some more love? Sirius is always about new details, win-win, compromise. That compromise could construct between you. This is about bringing in some newness. This is what it's all about. But you got to add that love into it and love for yourself this week, Capricorn. Be kind. Mercury is in Venus ruling 7th house, while Venus is in Mercury's ruling house. So it's opportunity to find middle ground for your duty and desires. This is about looking into how you can embark on something that is new for love in your life, bringing that energy in no matter which, it doesn't matter where your sun is in the chart and your Capricorn sign. This is about revival. This is about new balance. This is creating and channeling something new for yourself and bringing in that renewal. And when you do so, you're going to find that this is going to bring in something more compassionate and sustainable. And that's what you love. You love sustainability. You love to have that sustainedness. Okay? Sending you love, Capricorn. Whew. So much love. Here we come. And here we are. Whew, second to last sign, we have Virgo. You guys must love my singing, or not. Not. That's okay. We have Virgo coming in. So Virgo's coming in and bringing in some energies here for Virgo. Whew, don't be shy about the details, Virgo. This is about what you expect from the future. What do you want, Virgo? What do you want to do? This is like, hey, new agreements could be set on the table. Let's get going. I pulled you out. Energies across dutiful, hesitant, humble. This is about discernment, diligence. What do you want that's different? Are you going to stay along and still do what you're doing? This is about being upfront about what you want and expect from it. What do you expect from changes in your life? What are they? What do they look like? This is to revive. This is about looking at Sirius and Neptune coming in. This is a huge lineup for you. It's still not a good time to go looking for love. Definitely not. But hearing from, or bumping into old lovers and perhaps reviving any connections. But, that could happen. But I feel this is like really for you to be returning to opportunities, renegotiating something more improbable or impossible that you thought. This is about revival. I got a revival energy coming in for you, Virgo, and bringing in the owl. So this is about spiritual messages, information, transformation that's coming in, that is allowing for you to put in that substance that you so desire. And in comes Chiron, the healer, bringing in healing of things that need to be coming. There's new deals and new outcomes that are coming forth for you, but this could also apply to past career opportunities. So an offer or someone could show up willing to come back on the table, give you some new terms, looking at things. However, if this is the case, you need to be very clear about what they're offering and the expectations. Be clear. What is it that I want in my life? What does that look like? What does that feel like? What do I want? And you surrender to the divine, surrender to that full moon energy, surrender and say, this is what I want. I'm giving it over. Don't gloss over any details. If this is strictly, if this is, strictly personal, avoid discussing potential pitfalls. Don't fall into fear. Don't fall into that craziness. Allow yourself to open up. Look at the moon comes in. Intuition, listening to your intuition. There is two sides of the moon, right? There's the dark side and then there's the light side. Where are you falling in, right? Because there's still, you can't totally do without the dark, without the light, and you can't totally do without the light, without the dark. Finding that equilibrium, finding that balance for yourself is very important in order for you to find what is dutiful for you. Finding out what your diligence is, listening to what the spirit has to come in, and it's going to bring you the healing that you desire in order for you to be able. You got to surrender in order for the healing to happen. Surrender what it is that you cannot control. If you're trying to control every fucking detail, Virgo, I'm sorry. You ain't going to work. No. You're just going to shoot something off and it's going to end up somewhere where you don't want it to end up. So this is following your intuition and saying, you know what, God, Goddess, angels, I'm surrendering and giving this over to you. I'm making the changes I need to make. And I'm trusting that you are going to guide me on this. And I'm stepping forward into this path and stepping forward for this change. I'm stepping forward to bring in, maybe there's something that you want to offer. Maybe you want to ask for more money from your work. Maybe there's something there that you are asking for, but you have been afraid to ask. This is stepping in and saying, I want to make some changes in my life. And I want to start doing things a little bit differently for myself. So I'm going to ask, and then I'm just going to do it. It's just out of the politeness that you're asking. But it's like, don't get hung up on past stuff. Don't get hung up on things that, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Or, maybe it's like, no, it's like straight talking today. Avoid disappointment. Talk about what you need to talk about. Do what it is that you need to do. And that's going to help you in getting through this week and getting through the craziness of the storms. And the storm is coming because Pisces is bringing it. Woo! Pisces, you're bringing the storm this week. You're bringing the energy of transformation and saying, baby, we're going to wash you over and bring in a good wash. Of course, you're last, Pisces, today, because it is all about huge transformation and changes that are coming in. This is about discovering what you really want. Follow where insight flows you. Ditch the negative and head towards the positive. This is about you making the changes you want in your life. If you're going to continue on this same route, you're going to find your boat is going to capsize. So this is the Gemini energy. Gemini's there, right? Wittiness, exchange, possibilities, bringing in mutability. Boom, 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 boom. Mutability. Oh, you're so welcome, Dana. Bringing in that mutability. This is about change. Sirius and your ruler Neptune in the first are connecting new ways to fulfill your basic needs for love, nurturing, security this week. This is about what you truly need and what you want. The big difference between too many cases, what it is that you want. Go directly to what your heart needs. Go, open up. This is what I want. This is your heart center, your wisdom, your insight, your discernment. The difference is between two and now. So Venus with retrograde, your home, family, security. This is like, oh my God, so much is coming up online for you. Do I go against the current, or do I go with the current? Do I go in that current of love and go with that and flow with it and allow for my transformation and changes to happen, because I know it's going to happen in order for me to have that stability in that place to be? Woo! Death and resurrection comes in. Transformation. Embracing it, allowing it to happen. Mars. Whoa, Mars is coming up to your Neptune. Bringing in that change. Saying this is how we're going to do it. It's like Neptune at the helm. He's got the ship and he's going through it. It's a great big pirate ship. And Mars gets on board and says, hey, you know what? Let's get away from this storm. You want to go to the eye of the storm? This is what we want to do. Or do you want to go around the storm? What do you want to do? It's your choice. I got Pisces like, I'm going to the eye of the storm. I'm going to float through it. Let's go for it, Mars. Let's do it. Let's force it. Let's make this happen. And nothing, this is nothing will come of that situation. You gotta come into this love. You got to come into this place that is going to be where you need to embark, where you need to be feeling that peace, that contentment within yourself, and allowing for that peace and contentment to come in. And you literally which would literally hand you the unlocked energies that need to have to happen. And in that, comes love. Pisces. It's like the love boat. This is love boat, especially when it comes to identifying what you really need. What is your truth, Pisces? What is your truth? What is it that you truly need? Are you honoring yourself in what you are doing on a daily basis or not? It's up to you. Sending you out so much love. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. Thank you for being a part of the Guru Mama page. Thank you for being a part of this each and every day. And this is recorded. It's up there so you can watch it. And all of the signs are down below so you can fast forward to your sign to see what's going to be happening to your week. We know it's going to be a bumpy one. But again, for Pisces, I'm just going to say, even relaxing in a bath, heed this. Insight flows to you this week. Listen to your insight, my little Pisceans. Allow for that insight to come in. So welcome. So this is Mama G, and this is my coffee corner. Woo, coffee corner. And I'm sending you off with so much love and light, and having a fabulous day. And allow yourself to get out, get grounded, and know that my readings are on. Pick a price, $50, $60, $50, $90, or $160. Your choice. You pick the price. It's the same reading. Just you're paying for what fits in your budget. And also we have the divination class coming in. So you can sign up for the divination class, which is coming up. So, and that's $88. So I'm sending you guys out with so much love. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you do and all that you say and all that you be. Blessed be everybody. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.